All right, welcome back to the program. What's really failed me on the passing of Dr. Badaya Milafia, we did lose him yesterday, but I'm sending my condolence. Really, my heart aches and cries at the loss of this quintessential gentleman. He's been a huge resource for us on the show. I want to, my prayers are out, especially to his wife, to his loving wife, and his family at this difficult time. I must say, even as a show and as a person, because Dr. Milafia was just even more than a guest to this show. He was a father and a friend to me. Dr. Milafia, I will miss you. The show will miss you, and may God rest your soul. I want to say to the family, God will comfort you and us all. All right, let's move over to another segment. Ayodeji Ebo is joining me right now via Zoom. He's the head retail investment at Chapell Hill Denham. Hello, Ayo. Welcome to the program.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Okay. Ayo, just speak to me about what we saw even at the marketplace last week. We've seen topsy-turvy movements, at least in the last few weeks, or at least since the year started. As we're gradually even coasting to the end of the year, the markets are still in the red zone. But there was a week-to-date performance that was in the positive territory. Just speak to me about that and what we're expecting this week.
Okay, thanks. I think speaking to the equity market, it's still been very soft. We saw some bit of momentum when the result of most of the companies were published. That was last month, and for what we've seen this month, results have been coming in triples, and for even the top banks have not been as impressive as expected. And what we're seeing in the market is still more of local participation. Yes, the foreign investors reinvested a bit of the dividend they received, and as a result, we've not seen that strong demand. You know, the investors don't have as much strength to move the market capacity, if I put it that way, to be able to push the market. So over time, we've always relied on foreign investors. So when you look at the average volume, average value in the market, that has dropped significantly because of just mainly local participation. So by and large, what we expect is that market will still remain very soft. But with looking at the trend of things as we approach the last quarter, we always see buying interest ahead of corporate action in the new year. So we'll see markets still shed some weight, but as we go towards the end of the year, we'll see that momentum pick up. And looking at the fixed income market, we saw a lot of sell-off last week rather, beg your pardon, last week, and that's towards the end of the week, we saw improvement in buying interest. Notwithstanding, yields within the treasury bills and the bonds market still went up due to more sell-offs than the buying interest. So what's a major factor that would play out looking at the fixed income vis-a-vis the equities market is if we don't see, we're not expecting significant improvement in interest rate beyond this level. And as a result, that would be a disincentive for the equities market. Assuming if we see a significant drop in interest rate, that would lead to more momentum in the equities market.
Okay, let me bring in those three questions, and I'll allow you like 2 minutes or so because we just have a few minutes to the end of the show. The first question really is the impact of the MPC decisions on the markets, not even just the capital market. The second part of the question is, what do you think will be a source of worry for the markets this week or even moving forward? The third question is, what is your outlook for the Eurobond issuance? You know, we've seen a lot of hues and cries, at least since last week or so, about Nigeria's debt rising, the borrowing is more, what are we using that to do? So what do you think about the Eurobond issuance? Will this really be a good time to issue Eurobonds? I know it's already on the way because book runners have been appointed and all of that. So very quickly.
Okay, thanks. Starting with your first question, regarding reaction to the MPC meeting, we don't, the decisions that were taken were in line with market expectation. So we don't expect any major reaction in the market. We feel that other factors have been shaping sentiment across the equities and the fixed income market will continue. For the equities market, it's also going to be still be domestic investors driving the activities in the market. And for the fixed income market, we'll see more the FPIs as CBN supplies them dollars. Some of them may want to take out their funds. And the expected liquidity in the system will also shape direction in the fixed income market. Speaking to concerns, so for the market, the major concern that I feel that investors will still be looking forward to is participation of foreign investors. We know the FPIs are the major guys that provide FX liquidity. So the reduction in the participation or the inflow from FPIs somewhat have a bit of pressure even on the CBN in terms of the supply of the dollars, because beyond the reserves, sometimes you also need the in and out, the inflow, so that you don't use all the reserves to support. So, but beyond that, I feel that the fingers crossed, we'll see how things play out this week. Then on the Eurobond market, if you recall, I think last week, Access Bank issued a 7-year Eurobond and it was significantly subscribed. So we feel that there's no better time than now to issue the instrument. What the other concern would just be, and looking at what our current debt level is, which is around 33 trillion naira. And when you look at it, also converting dollar terms, about $87 billion. So that's another discussion under the board. I feel that the participation would be very strong, and I'm expecting that it should be oversubscribed based on the rating of Nigeria. We've never defaulted on any Eurobond, and that will also be a plus for us.
Thank you very much, Ayodeji Ebo, for your thoughts this morning. I wish you a lovely week.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, I'll be speaking with Ayodeji Ebo, who is the head retail investment at Chapell Hill Denham. And that is the show today. Please be the best you can be and be the change that you want to see. I am Nancy Naji. Do take care of yourselves so that I'll see you all again tomorrow. Bye now.